Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about internet scams, particularly online internet scams as it pertains to jobs. My husband and I are private tutors, and we advertise ourselves on websites such as Craigslist. Unfortunately, 80% of our email responses are consisting of scams, people who are trying to pose as legitimate parents who want our tutoring services, but are probably emailing us from Nigeria and wanting to scam us. I will post this on YouTube and Facebook for those of you who are also independent contractors so that you can know and you can spot a scam without being scammed yourself. I have here an example of such a scam. And these are some tall tale signs that you should know of. First off, look at the heading of the email. This is what your typical email looks like. I received this email the other day from somebody who said, "Are you still looking for a job?" She calls herself Stephanie84w@gmail.com. Of course, I responded because, like anybody who's in search of a job, I want to find out if she's legitimate. I sent her back an email, and this is how she replies back. Not as Stephanie, but as Samantha Amanda. So the first sign is this. If the heading of the email is totally different from the heading of the email once you click on it, then that is a scam. And you see a lot of these on Craigslist. The heading of your email in the subject line and in the email should always match. But if they don't, then there is something going on. And you can test this because if you try to send it to the original email, it'll bounce back to you. Now, here's a second line, a tip. She says, "Thank you for writing me back. My daughter, Jessica, she is 14 years old, very neat, gentle girl." She goes on to explain that she loves education and athletics. She goes on to say that she's from Canada. She says she's moving to your area for an urgent contract, which was going to last for a month. Notice the grammar in this email. The grammar is very, very awful. Now, most of the clients that my husband and I deal with are those from Asia and India. And even though some of them do struggle with conversational English, which is something that my husband helps out with, they all have a proper understanding of correct English grammar. So you will never find an email written like this with bad grammar from somebody who is legitimately seeking help from tutoring services. This also is a dead giveaway that this is a scam. Often these emails will say that they are going to be in the area for a month, or that they're traveling from London or from Canada or another part of England or from France or Spain or something to that effect, and that they need to tutor their child for a month and they want to know if you could tutor them 3 times a week. This is usually a dead giveaway that this also is a scam. Plus, they will ask you for this following. They want to know how much you charge an hour. They want to know your address, the amount calculated of how much you would charge them for a whole month, and your cell phone number. As a standard rule, when you are a private tutor and you're dealing with children under the age of 18, parents will not just go for this information. They will want to meet with you in a public place. They will want to see if there is good rapport between them and their daughters or their sons. And most of the time, the parent will sit with you as a tutor to make sure that you are teaching their daughters correctly. It's always standard practice. So if you see something like this, then you know that it's a scam. A better dead giveaway of the scam is something like this. Now, I responded back to her, and I had indicated that I would only meet with her, that I would meet with her and her daughter. I even gave her a specific time. I said I would meet with you at a Starbucks right here Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock, and that this was the only way that I would meet with her. She didn't comply. Instead, she sent me this. Once again, I'm so happy happy to read back from you, and my daughter is coming on June 6th. Then she says this: the payment will be sent to you. My financier mistakenly added the money for the cab manager to the money you will receive. Therefore, the total money you will receive is $3,800. All right? This is the third giveaway. An employee who has hired you will never send you a check for an amount over from which they had originally agreed to pay you. So you'll never receive a check from an employer who says, well, I accidentally sent you $3,000 more than what you're supposed to be paid, but if you just deposit the check in your bank account and send me back the rest, we'll be fine. That is not good business practice. In fact, that is how these scams work. They send out a check in your name, you deposit it in the bank, you take out the amount that they oversent or overcharged you, and then you're left with the bill because the check bounces and the bank wants their money and you're overdraft. And that's how the scam works. So these are 3 different ways that people try to scam you, and these are good signs